Welcome to my channel, guys, which is Learn English with Simi. Here I am, Simi Khanna. Guys, this is my long video after so long, so let's get start the video. So the one problem that I used to struggle with, and the problem was that I had to translate too much for even a single long sentence. And this, I feel this is very common problem with everybody. People often come up to me and ask me, Ma'am, I want to speak proper fluent English, but I just cannot do it. How do I do it? These are a few tips that I always give them. I can't keep talking or give you a 1 hour lecture. Somebody asked me that, right? I have to finish it off in 5 minutes or so. I literally can't give 1 hour for answering such question because this is very common question for me. One thing that I often tell them that is get over this problem of translation in your head because this is slowing you down. This is taking a hit on your confidence. When you try to translate from your mother tongue into English, what you do is you assess every word in your head. Every single word tries to find their place in English language. And then you put together those words to make a sentence. After that, you speak. So the process is so lengthy that you can't expect yourself to be fluent if you are doing this all the time. So, what do we do? How do we get over this problem? What is the one way that I can tell you you can get over this issue? So, this video is going to answer to that. I've got 14 really practical smart tips that can help you get over with this issue once and for all. It's gonna be over. You will never gonna face it again. I can tell you because I've experienced it. I used to do that. I used to do a lot of translation. Mujhe pani chahiye, I need water. I remember framing these sentences in class 5. It seemed so difficult at that time. Today, I don't need to do all these things. I'm really thorough. I'm very confident in my English fluency. I'm not saying that I don't do any mistake, but I've always been vocal about it. I still do make mistake, but it doesn't bother me. Yes, if you are ready to teach me something, out of your good wishes, I'm more than willing to learn it. Develop that kind of attitude. Do not let the people get the better of you. So, the best way of speaking English fluently and not sounding unnatural because we wanna sound natural because we want it to come out as we are very confident in that language. We are on the top of everything. We are comfortable in that language. Like, it's so easy to make out somebody who is not comfortable in English and they are trying to speak in English. It's very easy to make out from the expression, from their body language, the way they behave. They become somebody else when they are speaking in this language. So, we are gonna tackle this problem today. Let's start with tip number one. Don't just listen to them, but even make a point where you practically adopt them in your daily life and when you communicate with others. So, the tip number one is practicing the shadow. Like you pick up a piece of content and suppose you pick up an audio podcast or maybe a Netflix TV show. Okay, just pick it up. Let the speaker, the guy on the podcast, let's just use the word podcast because it's easier for me to tell. Like the guy is saying something on his podcast, you listen to it and you repeat that after that guy. Okay, then play again. Let the person say something, pause it, and repeat after them. You may feel, ma'am, this is very boring task. This will be annoying. I be able to do it. And that too every day. See, you have got a problem and I am offering you a solution. You wanna do it or not, the decision will always be yours. When I heard very good word somewhere while I am watching a movie, I pause the show, I repeat that word several times. But it makes a place inside my head. So I do it even now. Matter to my vocabulary using this technique. I'm not asking you to practice vocabulary, I'm asking you to practice fluency. We are not focusing on good words, we are focusing here on fluency and sentence construction using this technique, okay? One more thing before I get into my next point is it's very important that you just don't repeat that word, you also copy their expressions. You copy their rhythm and mimic their words. We are not just trying to learn what they are speaking, we are trying to learn here how they are speaking, right? This is the very important element of shadowing technique. Don't forget that. And it really helps. Do it for 30 days. I guess you get the point, right? Number 2, English thinking only window. This one is really smart. So the theme here is English thinking only window. ETO window. Now you have to decide how many minutes you want to do it. I would just say maybe 15 minutes. 15 minutes is good enough. You don't want to stretch it for too long. I want to take baby steps with you, right? I want to go slow that I will be consistent, right? So let's just keep it easy for ourselves. So ETO is all about taking those 15 minutes out of your day every single day. No pauses, no miss. Every single day, 15 minutes, you only and only think in English. So you sit down at 4 o'clock, you pause your notification, you put your phone on silent. You genuinely think about things. You control the urge of internally translating. Do not translate, engage your mind in thinking in English. Now you may think, ma'am, this sounds very difficult. It's not difficult actually. It's just that your ego probably telling you that because you as a human being are designed to be lazy, you are designed to procrastinate, you are designed to be in your comfort zone. Every single time when an idea comes up, you're like, no, 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 this won't be possible. I can't do it. But believe me, people are doing it. People are learning and people are getting better. It's up to you if you wanna do it or not. It's a 15-minute window. It could be 20, it could be 30. It's up to you, but just be consistent with it. When you are learning and trying to get better in something in life, my personal mantra of doing that, physical fitness or doing anything to learn something, do not try and connect the idea to entertain. Like when I work out, I know people want to have fun while working out. I separate the idea of fun from workout. When I'm working out, I am actually working at that moment. It hurts, but it's okay that it hurts. It hurts because of that I feel better in my life right now. Feel complete, I feel healthy because I enjoy that pain. The moment you're trying to bring entertainment in everything, after a while the entertainment actually vanish, flies away. Then you realize that no, I can't carry on. It's too boring or it's too hurtful. No, no, I wanna do something else. Maybe I'll take a break off of 5 7 days. Then I resume it, but you never resume. Whatever is important in my life, I keep it away from the entertainment. But when I'm enjoying, I'm relaxing, I take that too very seriously. When I am on vacation, everybody knows that she is not to be disturbed, is not to be contacted because I extremely serious about my relaxation too. Because I'm very serious about my work. So yeah, if I'm serious about my work, I'm serious about my relaxation too. You really wanna do it, don't try to look fun in it. This is not for fun. We are trying to get better at something, right? We are going to learn something and it gonna hurt, maybe. Develop that idea, clarity of thoughts. And now moving on to next one. Third tip is to keep it simple. Simple English sentences. Do not pressure your mind into forming complex thoughts when you are practicing to speak to yourself. So start with very small sentences. Like take the example of water. Your first thought would be need water, and gradually you process to I am thirsty. Thirsty is better word than need or water. I'm thirsty, expressing a scenario. You get little more progress and say I should get some water. You are gradually improving, right? When you will be advanced, you will be like I'm parched. We'll use that kind of vocabulary. It's fancy, right? Parched. Do not pressure yourself too much because heavy lifting right in the beginning, you know what happened. Disappear and you stop showing yourself after a moment. We don't want that. Consistency is the key. Now we move on to point number 4, name objects around you. Just look around, see the things that are there in your environment right now. It could be a cupboard, it could be a plant or a top. I'm just naming the things that I have around me. It could be a shopping bag, a wire. Okay, let's start naming things. What happens is that when you try to speak in English, you miss out on words that are used for certain objects. You're lagging behind in your thoughts. Do not just remember the name of the object you are talking about. So that way you're just practicing. You are recalling those words that are somewhere in your passive vocabulary. Now, passive vocabulary is the vocabulary that you know. When somebody talks in passive vocabulary to you, you recognize those words but you don't actually use them. That is your passive vocabulary. And active vocabulary are the set of those words you use every day or you are very comfortable with. So, gradually, the passive vocabulary turns into active vocabulary. I'm just giving you small example of door, window, plant. You can name some more technical stuff, maybe more something hi-fi like Lamborghini, maybe some bird that you are seeing on your window. I don't know what you see, you go out and see for yourself. Get the idea, right? Start naming objects around you. Number 5 is narration of your action. How do you do that? It's very important. It's very good way of practicing in English. And you do not need translation. Of course, we are here trying to kill translation. Very small activities that form your day. You can actually genuinely start in English and complete the sentence without going to your mother tongue. It could be about just describing the activities. You describe the activity throughout the day. If I were to tell you something that has to happen right now, if I were in your place, I'm going to pick up my specs and take it to the other room. I'm going to take out my phone out of tripod. These are my basic activities that I'm gonna follow right after shooting this video. Now for you, it could be I need to get some water. Back to water. I don't know. That could be I have to call her. I have to tell my plans to my mother. I'm feeling hungry. I need to get some food. Basic ideas, basic daily activities. Now the question is, whom do you tell it to? You don't tell it to anybody. You are just going to tell it to yourself. Thinking in your head in English throughout the day. That's how you practice. And believe me, if you can. When I personally used to do that as a child, I used to think almost all the time because I need to get better in English. I really wanted that. And in my childhood, I learned the value of this language. How people mock me or consider themselves having some authority on me. And I realized that everything is same. Have all the things common. That is the only thing that differentiate in me and them. That is maybe at that time a lack of progress in this language. I wanted to get better at it. Understood the importance and I work on it and I worked out. When you work on something, it worked out. So yeah guys, I will describe you other points in some other video. Till then, stay tuned, watch my video and wait for the other video. Subscribe my channel if you didn't. Hit the like button if you like it. Take care.